Hi guys, just a quick catch up. I wanted to give you guys an update on the rapture happening during this Passover period. I found something that might be of interest and I just thought I would share it with you guys. If we have a look at one of my favorite signs, which happened back in the year 2017, it was this one. It was absolutely remarkable. So it was Virgo, who was clothed in the sun. She had the moon at her feet and she was giving birth to Jupiter. She had 12 stars above her head. It was a once in a 7,000 year sign. I was absolutely certain that the rapture was going to happen at this point. But it didn't. And it matched ideally the Revelation 12 sign with this woman clothed in the sun. I mean, it was like word for word, picture perfect. But we've got to remember here that this sign, she was giving birth to Jupiter, which represents Jesus. Okay, Jupiter has stripes like Jesus' stripes when he got whipped. Jupiter has a hole in it, like the hole that was pierced in Jesus' side. So this really was all about Jesus giving birth. And as you know, when a baby is born, the head comes out first. So this was showing us the head, Jesus, being born first. But the good news is his body's going to follow, right? So move on. 3 years later, ironically like Jesus was in the ground for 3 days, 3 nights, and then he was resurrected, hint, hint, right? Let's have a look what's happening now. So if we go to Virgo, you'll see that the moon is in her womb, okay? She doesn't have 12 stars at her head. She's not clothed in the sun, but this is not about Jupiter now. Could be about the body of Christ. I know the moon represents Israel, but you can also see it as representing mankind. And this happened to be on, look at the date, the 8th, which is Passover, the beginning of Passover. So here we have Virgo, if you like, giving birth to the body on Passover, which was yesterday, by the way, because this is the 9th now that I'm making this video. And you might say, well, Dina, what's the big deal? The moon passes through Virgo like every 28 days or so. Well, the big deal is all about the timing. What's happened? We've had the coronavirus. We all locked in, like Noah was locked into his ark, okay? We have in some stories come out about ID vaccines, which kind of represent the mark of the beast, them tracking you, we're in unprecedented times here. So I kind of thought to myself, well, if this is happening on Passover, which Passover begins on the 8th, by the way, then when will it actually happen? Can we pinpoint a date? So I thought, well, if you have a look at Jesus' life as an example, typical example, okay? Let me take you to a scripture. It might be easier just to see if I just bring up a scripture here. So this is when Jesus was resurrected. Right, it says, early on the first day of the week, whilst it was still dark, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the entrance. Okay, so here Mary is, and she's discovered an empty tomb. When did she discover it? Well, she discovered it on the first day of the week. When is the first day of the week? Sunday, right? Which means that Jesus was resurrected on a Saturday night, okay? So during this Passover season that begins on the 8th, could the rapture of the church, I'm just putting it out there, be this Saturday night, maybe midnight? I'm going to leave that up to you, but I kind of find this very, very interesting. Yeah. So, and also, those of you that follow how the moon moves here. You can tell that it moves into the scale, which could represent judgment. But just remember, the Jupiter went through all this before us. Yeah. So Jesus was judged, not us. Yeah. In fact, we rewarded according to our works. And then it moves into Ophiuchus, I think it is, which is an interesting character. In a lot of way, he represents Christ because he's wrestling the serpent, he's treading on the scorpion, and his feet are seen to be disappeared, like in heaven. So, and that's where the moon ends up, by the way. Just by the way, on Saturday. On Saturday, yeah, the moon ends up in heaven, right? Where his feet are, Fisher's feet are. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Anyway, so guys, keep looking up, and if it doesn't happen, don't be downhearted, because there's a lot going on. I know of prophecy teachers that think that the tribulation is going to begin on the 1st of June, which is like really, really interesting. And then there's also the Rabbi Kaduri, who had a 40-year prophecy that the Sabbath after Israel fails to form a government 3 times, the Sabbath after that, the Messiah will be revealed. And that happened this week, guys. Israel, for the 3rd time, failed to form a government, and we are in that Sabbath period, in the Passover period. And guess what Saturday is, guys? Saturday is Sabbath, okay, guys? So there's a lot of coincidences around there. So keep looking up. Exciting times. Jesus is coming. Bye.